Neural Interrogation Computer, V14.3.2, process loading. Subsonic generator, online. Recording system, online. Holo tank link connecting. Processing. Processing. Link established. Transmitting.
Clan Steel Viper Assault, Devil's Bath, Southwestern Coast Valley, Tukayyid, Free Russell Hag Republic, 6 May 3052.
Descent into Hell. As the last of the gleaming white Comstar mechs disappeared into the forest of twisted rock formations, Star Captain Elusha Kearney heaved a sigh of regret. She had hoped that the Comguards would at least put up a decent fight. Still, hunting them down through the eerie badlands ahead should provide some sport. She keyed open her comline and barked an order.
First Viper Guards, form up.
As always, the mechs of her unit assumed their positions with perfect precision. Star Commander Devlin's assault trinary moved out front, while Rose's and Ahab's supernova binaries spread out to cover their flanks, and Leslie's heavy binary fell back to serve as rearguard. The omni-mechs of her command nova clustered around her immediately, their elemental passengers securely in place. Smiling with pride, Kearney issued her second order.
First Viper Guards, move out.
As the 50 omni-mechs of her command surged into the openings of the stone cliffs ahead, Star Captain Kearney gave voice to an exuberant yell. Her unit had won the right to lead the Viper assault. If the Comguards kept fighting as they had done so far, the first Viper Guards would carry the fight all the way to Kazais. After several uneventful minutes, Devlin's pleasant baritone filled Kearney's ears.
Star Captain, I have Comguard mechs in sight. 2 Sentinels, a Champion, 2 Black Knights, and a Flashman.
They are yours, Star Commander. Try to take prisoners for interrogation.
The audio pickups of Kearney's Warhawk relayed the explosive roar of missile fire and the rhythmic cough of autocannons, the dull crack of granite shards striking every nearby object, and the high-pitched twang of vibrating metal. She felt a brief flash of annoyance that Devlin did not seem to be leaving any Comguards for anyone else, but reminded herself that they would surely be enough for all before the hunt ended. As Kearney's star rushed towards the battle, she listened to the thud of her mech's feet driving into the earth, the distinctive thunderclap of PPC bolts, and the high-pitched whine of lasers. The sounds whetted her appetite for combat. Suddenly, Kearney heard a strange wet gulping, as if a titan had taken a huge swallow from a giant bottle. What in the name of Kerensky's Orion had made that noise? Kearney barely had time to frame the question before her Nova arrived at the scene of the battle. The granite columns abruptly ended, and she entered a clear area half filled with mechs. Devlin's unit battled across the entire near side of the clearing, exchanging fire with the Comguards, cowering behind the columns across from them. She saw no signs of the Star Commander's direwolf or of the twin executioners that stayed at his side. Strange. They must have retreated into the maze in order to encircle the Comstar force. Such a tactic did not match Devlin's usual style, but Kearney could think of no other explanation for his absence. Kearney drove her Warhawk forward, charging towards the half-hidden Comstar mechs. A voice shouted over her comline, startling her.
Star Captain, do not enter the center of this evil place.
But the unnamed mech warrior's warning reached her too late. With Kearney's next step, her mech's left foot plunged downward long after it should have met solid ground. As she pitched forward, she instinctively hit her eject button. Why she did so, she could not have said. No one achieved the rank of Star Captain by punching out every time a mech took a fall. Whatever the reason though, the simple act saved her life. As her command couch burned its way upward through the air, Kearney watched her Omni-Mech topple to the ground. The mud swallowed it up, the same curious gulping sound she heard earlier. Her star had followed hard upon her heels. Kearney could only watch as Mech Warrior's Jory's Hellbringer joined her own Warhawk in a premature burial. Jory did not eject. Mech Warrior Matthew, immediately behind, triggered his summoner's jump jets at the last possible second and soared over the hidden death trap. He landed on solid ground, but held his mech very still, clearly afraid to move even a step away from his perch. Mech warriors Corey and Jarl managed to halt their mechs before reaching the sinkhole, though one of the elementals on Corey's Mad Dog lost his grip and flew forward to his death. Both mech warriors edged their machines back cautiously. At that moment, the accursed comm guards opened fire. Kearney's seat came to a bone-wrenching halt atop a pillar of rock, giving her an excellent view of the fighting. She studied the sinkhole intently and noticed that the ground near the centre of the clearing was slightly smoother than the surrounding rock. As she watched, a lazy ripple spread across the smooth area and subsided. She thought of Devlin and Jory, buried alive, their lungs searing as their mech's heat sinks failed under the strain of the tremendous temperatures surrounding them. She shuddered. Khan Zalman had been right. These inner sphere free births were animals.
Interrogation complete. Backups transmitted. Subject status: alive. System status: enter standby. The peace of Blake be with you.